Might work better if I turn my mic on, actually. Alright. We're going back in where we left off last time in Quinzenta Tamir, right after the horrible atrocity that was that series of mazes.
One step at a time. Amidst
But
the madness.
now that we're here and we have a ton of medical items, I'm going to run around and heal up my party because we are sort of injured. Or I'm going to heal myself, actually, because I'm the only person who's injured. Love
I
that.
am an enigma.
Effectively removes traumas. Oh, very nice. I'm going to use that on me.
Oh, take my transient gratitude.
And this should heal
My
wounds
appreciation.
and my wounds.
Your efforts are noted.
Now, let's get another couple of these out for
On your feet.
her.
I must. Thank you.
And then for him.
Don't squander this chance.
You have
All
my
right.
thanks.
And now we are all good. Righto. Right, we're going to stick that on because we have a couple of those because I don't really like using them. We're going to save again because I do love having actually full health for once in my life. And those wounds are not fun in combat, but I'm going to keep that one fresh injury because I don't want to waste another one. You hear the elder whisper some sort of prayer as you approach. Shelter your herd under your wing from the spirits, from the darkness. O Eagle God, dispel your darkness and show us the way on our arduous path, and bless your star-born scions. Scions, rather. So, who you is? The name of this ruler is Leads Ahead, O Starborn, and all of us, the elder looks at the settlement, are the children of the fiery mother and the pale father who look after us by day and guard us by night, the faithful servants of the two-headed eagle god who shields our lands from misfortune with our wings, or with his wings. We are the ungone forest-dwelling children of the earth, and the guardians of the temple of Quinzenta Tamir, the first starborn to have ever set foot on the virgin soil of this land. The eagle god, you say? Is that his brand burned into your forehead? Oh, yes. Many seasons have changed since this ruler received the eagle god's blessings and became the leader of this tribe. Only those close to the gods are allowed to bear their brands, and this ruler is one of them. I have questions for you. This ruler has lived many of Quinzenta Tamir's seasons for this moment. Please, ask away, Starborn. I thought that Quinzenta Tamir was the name of this place, but you speak of it as if it was a figure of this past. Tell me of Speaks with God. Speaks with Gods also calls Caligus Starborn and me Starborn. Why? How does your tribe manage to survive? Or enough questions? I thought it was the name of this place. The legends of this place claim that a long time ago, the first among the Starborn descended upon this world together with this ruler's ancestors, and created the ancient cities and temples, and brought the blessing of the eagle god onto these forests and lands. The fast-flowing time has erased the Starborn's name from the minds of the people. Only his title remains. Quinzenta Tamir, the first of the chosen, the sky herald of the eagle god, and the father of the tribes. Tell me of Speaks with Gods. Speaks with Gods is the priest of this tribe, and this ruler's half-brother. He listens to the forests and calls to the earth, wards off the punishing lashes of the skies, and speaks to the eagle god on behalf of our tribe. Before dispatching in the wandering forest, or disappearing, not dispatching, criminy, he told this ruler to prepare for your arrival. What else did Speaks with Gods predict? Quinzenta Tamir is enraged by the invasion of the spirits from the darkness that have called a rain of fire and metal upon this world. He demands blood. Blood shall sate the soil, no matter the path chosen by the gods who have come to right the wrong. Well, that doesn't seem ominous. It kind of sounds like we gotta get murdered in order to, go back up, which is not really great for me, considering I don't want to get murder-lated. He also calls us Starborn. Why? Because you are the sky heralds of the Eagle God, created by him from the stars' glow and the night sky's darkness, the ones who carry his seal in your image, clad in the armor of our ancestors' most ancient prophecies. How does the tribe manage to survive? Speaks with gods, hears the whispers of the leaves, and can commune with the tree spirits. Speaks with gods, performs soothing rituals when Quinzetta Tamir needs them, just like today. And that allows this ruler and her people to tread on safe paths. The fact that the ruler and the head priest are related does kind of suggest that this is not the most fair governing system, but I digress. In a stern, brusque manner, Ulfar asks with interest, offerings of game, protective amulets on the trials. After receiving an affirmative answer, he gives a firm, satisfied nod. Okay, enough questions. This ruler wishes not to lose her tongue for wearing the Starborn. Leave without saying anything. May the Eagle God shelter you under his wings, Starborn. Yeah, you too, I guess. Sup. I'm gonna talk to esteemed Magos. That's fair. Greeting to you too. Many regrets. Yeah. Okay, Syphilis.
Oh, yes. They all will see.
I have a feeling Cassia would have been interested in this guy, but I did not bring Cassia because I didn't want to. Fair. I'm gonna go wander around a little bit. The analysis of the canvases made by the wood vast fibers of chronicles more than 500 years. The older chronicles tell of a bleak historical period in the tribe's decline due to unknown viruses. The symbols on the canvas resemble High Gothic letters, but the inhabitants do not know the origin of their meaning, claiming that the sacred knowledge was bestowed upon them by Quinzenta Tamir himself. This character, revered as a god, obviously originates from the Imperium that we know. His exact name is either lost or adapted in ordinance with a local phonetics. The only other sacred symbol the Trime reveres is the Aquila, the two-headed eagle god. A group of the most interesting canvases depicting the tragic yet heroic deeds was confiscated and taken on board for further investigation. Many of the words made up from the scrambled Gothic symbols were easy to decipher, such as banished, sacrifice, valley, or lands, as well as death, incomprehensible, and merciful. This part most likely talks about some sort of sacrificial pilgrimage. A priest has confirmed my theory. Any tribesmen who have committed an offense can atone by sacrifice, a journey to the Deathlands full of unknown deaths. The adepts and I have sent to investigate the Deadlands have not returned yet. Righto.
In this tapestry of a world,
I do not want to go back out there again.
I am the rogue threat.
I'm gonna go steal their stuff. There it is. Very nice. Lots for my cargo. Cargo for my lots. More for my cargo. Cargo for my lots. I'm gonna steal all your stuff. I hope you don't starve, but even if you do, It's fine, because I'm not you. There we go. It's somewhere over here. There. And there. Right up.
Curiosity sink in my veins.
Let's talk to Caligos and then go talk to Speaks with Gods, which is still a metal name, and if anybody has to have that name, I want it to be me. What? Stop. Alright up. We're going to save, because we don't want to talk to that lady again. She was annoying to read for. Caligos, how are you? A nice walk, wasn't it, Marzana? You may have helped us navigate the living forest clutches, but don't let it go to your head. I would have managed by myself sooner or later. Sooner or later. I have some questions to ask of you. One day, you too will grow sick of all the talking, and then you too will choose shooting Xenos on a wild planet over endless intrigue. Cheerful notes ring in Caligos' voice. Fine, but we have plenty of time, so be it. I will give you a private audience. If dear Coria knew how close-knit we had become, she surely would have branded us as co-conspirators. Let's discuss the Eldari problem. Stop calling me New Blood. No, that's an apt description of me. I hear you have decided to oppose both the Lord Inquisitor and the Corda dynasty. Tell me about Quinzenta Tamir. How did you survive in the forest all this time? I saw the corpse of your seneschal at the forest camp. It's time to go seeking Eldari. I saw the corpse of your seneschal at the forest camp. We're going to go with that one. The old man was a weakling, and that is why he is dead. That's what happens when you can no longer fulfill your duty to your master. The warden grins in contempt, his entire being expressing his disdain for the seneschal. Hey, my seneschal is right there. I nearly didn't see him because he's kind of acting like a weirdo and standing in some bushes right now. Don't you be talking about seneschals. Caligos carries himself with an air of indifference, but the sudden furrows in his forehead betray his regret. Many fine warriors have perished on this hunt. Raise a toast to their name when you can. How did you survive in the forest? The forest of Quinzenta Tamir are not like the jungles of Ketchikan, New Blood. The only thing you could kill here, that could kill you here, is your own stupidity. Or an unfortunate coincidence in the form of a stray Xenos, a rare predator. Rainwater for breakfast, nutritional larvae for lunch, and the fermented fruit in place of wine for supper. One could not wish for better hunting grounds. Caligos laughs, then falls silent, evidently unwilling to share the details. I've noticed that your people look utterly woebegone. Well, you do not have a single scratch on you. That means my people are weaklings, and I shall change that soon. As for me, I have been of the stout constitution since the day I was born. At first, Caligos shrugs his shoulders indifferently, but after looking closer at his companions, he raises his brows in surprise. It seems that the rogue trader just realized the validity of your words. So maybe... No, but the Xenos would definitely try to kill Caligos, unless they were trying to spare him for whatever reason. But they're Eldari, so who really knows? Tell me of Quinzenta Tamir. Your inquiries are rather curious, to be sure. Quinzenta Tamir is a planet of a rather dreary background. A long time ago, it supplied my great-grandfather with tons of succulent fruits and thousands of cargo containers filled with the special building fiber possessed from the local forests. The population all lived in large cities, a safe distance away from the tangled paths and trees. And then this quiet life was dashed by Xenos raids. They burned down the cities and shackled our people faster than our ships could help. In the end, the local governor ran away, leaving the remaining people at the beast's mercy. and the people in turn fled the big cities that attracted the Xenos. And that is how the forest fell. That is how the forest that the rabble feared became their salvation. The planet fell into decay, and there was no one to populate the cities, and there was no one to extract resources. Quinzenta Tamir expected 3 new arcs filled with settlers to arrive from the Imperium, but in 500 years, not one of them has reached the Expanse. Do not turn your gaze to me, Elentach. It was not my kin who desolated this world. Maybe not the first time, sure, but 2 desolations, perhaps a desolation of Smaug is in order. I hear you've decided to oppose both the Lord Inquisitor and the Corda Dynasty. Avoid Kraken might eat them both for all I care. Winterscale makes a wry face and clenches his fists in anger, acting as if their war on heresy in the Expanse is just starting. Ha! I've been living it for decades, and I don't need an inquisitorial preacher, and I certainly don't need Incenta's goodwill. Let's discuss the Eldari problem. You care about them that much, New Blood? Caligos bellows in disdain. Go ahead, then. Try to convince me that the vile Xenos scum deserve the mercy of Caligos Winterscale. But remember, you only get one chance to try. Their craft world perished at the hands of my dynasty. I wish to make amends for Theodora's mistakes. Will you perhaps agree to sell those Xenos to me? Interesting. The Winterscale I've heard of would never have thrown his Protectorate to Corda so easily. If you were to agree, you would have a rogue trader and the head of a powerful dynasty in your debt. No. Oh, Eggy boy, made a promise that your dynasty would fulfill any request for me if I were to lead you out of the forest of Quinzenta Tamir. Okay, this one, no, because it's lame, because Marzana's not a loser. This one, also a no, because Eggy boy probably didn't have the authority to promise that to begin with, and I haven't led him out of the forest. I've just led him deeper into the forest. This one's a no, because I don't want to be in his debt. And that leaves me at Fellowship 40 at a 65% chance. That is better than half. I'm sure I can get a good roll on this, and if I fail, well, I have a save. Ah, dang it. Oh no! Oh no. Unfortunately, my game just crashed, so I have to go do that one again. Horrible, truly. Truly horrible. It's a good thing that, I really don't care about doing this in order, because I want what I want when I want it. Come here, Caligos. Oh, maybe it will, maybe it won't. Wait around for a couple of decades. These two. Fair enough. I'm gonna go through this really quick. That one. Ha-ha! First try! Righto. Winterscale flinches as if from a blow, and doubt darkens his gaze. Testing the boundaries, are we, Marzana? I like your boldness, but you shouldn't stick your head so far into the beast's throat. I shall consider your words, and that is all I shall promise. I need a little bit more time. The thrill of the hunt is an unfamiliar concept to you, I see. Dope. Alright. We got him. I'm gonna go speaks with gods, because that kind of means that speaks with gods is implying that I myself am a god, and that's amusing. God speaks with gods welcomes you, Starborn. His violet eyes have reverently trained upon you. How can Speaks with Gods help you this time? Tell me about yourself, old man. Speaks with gods is the name of this humble servant of the forests, rivers, and mountains. For when the two-headed eagle god speaks, this servant listens and recounts the words to his tribe, and the tribe carries out his will. The old man closes his eyes, and his body sways to the rustling of the leaves and the babblings of the stream. This servant of dreams and nightmares and revelries can see things that others cannot see. What has transpired and what is yet to be, your appearance in the heart of the forest, and the consequences it bears for Quinzenta Tamir. What consequences? The Sky Herald stands at the crossroads. I see all of her choices, and I see none of them. But this servant knows one thing clearly. The Starborn must go to the Deadlands to destroy the one who should have long been dead. Suddenly, the old man throws back his head, his body shudders, and droplets of blood burst from between his clenched teeth. The sunset rays will paint the heart of the forest crimson if the darkness leaves it, and the two stars will part and then meet again. Crimson, crimson, the fading light can still be saved. The priest covers his face with his hands and breathes slowly, finally coming to his senses. Forgive this servant, Sky Herald. The waking dreams are often the most painful. The Crimson Dawn or whatever it is. You talking that death cult? Very not good. That's strange. I can't see or hear anything from the other side. But I'll go ahead and say it, since nobody else wants to. I don't like this one bit. So if the darkness leaves the forest, something bad will happen. I thought it was usually the other way around. Tell me about Leads Ahead. Leads Ahead is the half-sister of this servant. Of smoke and fire and ash, she was the first to emerge from the mother's womb, and thus named the next ruler of the tribe. And this servant was the shield to fence off disasters from his ruler. Many years later, when the gift of the eagle god awakened in this servant, Leads Ahead named her brother the priest of her tribe. Tell me about your tribe. We are the children of the fiery mother and of the pale father who took us who will look after us by day and guard us by night, the faithful servants of the two-headed eagle god who shields our lands from the misfortune with his wings. We are the ungone, forest-dwelling children of the earth and the guardians of the temple of Quinzenta Tamir, the first starborn to have ever set foot on the virgin soil of this land. Okay, well, you just said the exact same thing as your sister. Christ, it's like these people went and had speeches. They were like, okay, the starborn are going to arrive this day. This is how we will bore them to death with our talking. Your way of speaking is strange, just like your sister's. The old man looks down, embarrassed. Forgive the servants of Quinzenta Tamir for their speech, O Starborn. No matter how much the ancestors tried to pass the language of the gods under their descendants, the tribes seldom use it, for the gods only descend from their heavenly palace, not more often than once in 3 life dwells. I have other questions. The servant knew that you would say that. Well, did the servant know that I would make you repeat yourself? Huh? I don't think so. Did the ritual truly make the forest safe? The priest nods affirmatively. The spirits from the darkness brought the fire rain down upon Quinzenta Tamir, killing many of the tribes who had cared for the forest, and young and ancient. This blasphemy enraged the guardian spirits, but as soon as this servant of the wind, rain, and sand soothed them with the ritual sacrifices and divine sorcery, their wrath gave way to mercy, 'cause that makes sense. Did you not foresee this in your visions? The dreams come and go, Sky Herald of the faraway stars. Sometimes this servant of the gods can understand the mystical visions of the days of old or the future, but even speaks with gods cannot fully comprehend the divine design of the two-headed eagle god. Sometimes I am blind, even when I can see. Did you know that sorcery, such as yours, is punishable by death in the Imperium? You are Good man, even if you are an unsanctioned psyker. Pray that your forest does not cause more trouble. You're a good man, even if you are an unsanctioned psyker. The old man smacks his lips, pleased with the praise. Blessed is a life that serves the two-headed eagle god and his sky heralds. Tell me, how did you and Winterscale survive all this time? The Starborn who carries the seal of Quazenta Tamir's descendant is strong in both body and will, as befits a god. This servant, like the rest of his entourage, had grown weak on just the 7th night of our journey, but the Starborn continued to lead us fearlessly, pressing forward to seek out the spirits from the darkness, even among the twisted paths, and delivering the sky's judgment. This servant of grass, flowers, and trees regrets only the imminent death of the Starborn's companion, the one you call the Seneschal. He quarreled with the ironclad guardian, and his words enraged the Starborn, and thus he slashed the unfortunate man's body up with his axe and threw the remains to the wild animals of Quazenta Tamir for them to feast on. Huh. Well, that explains his reaction to the Seneschal. And he's hopped up on roids, so I'm not entirely shocked that the person who is literally flooding his system with pretty horrible and pretty high-class steroids, for lack of a better term, whose skin has literally become spotting and rotting because he uses so much of it, suddenly snapped. His reaction implies that he either doesn't know that he killed his Seneschal or is unaware of why he killed him, but speaks with God's nose, so that implies that he knows too. So why isn't he punishing his fighter? That's weird. Don't worry, Seneschal. We're in the big pile of people. I'd protect you. Do you mean to say that Winterscale killed his Seneschal? No. He means to say that Spot killed the Seneschal. Keep up, Marzana. This servant saw everything with his own 2 eyes. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I might have misread that entirely. Sorry, Spot. The old man pauses in hesitation, then continues. It is not proper, perhaps, for a mere speck of dirt under the heels of a sky herald of the two-headed eagle god to muse upon the deed. However, this servant did sense with his entire being the rage that possessed the Starborn at that moment, and the ironclad guardian reveled in his god's wrath. The ironclad guardian? I suppose you mean Caligos Winterscale's arch-militant. Wharton the Grey seemed dangerous to me, even on our first meeting, but our time together, spent wandering through the forest, cemented this notion. Sorry, rereading this really quickly. Okay. Interesting. May the two-headed eagle god shelter you under his wing, O Sky Herald.
There will be no peace in my wake.
So I did correctly assume that the ironclad guardian was Wharton the Grey. Interesting. I wonder why Caligos is doing what he's doing. I wonder why Wharton the Grey, but, Caligos, are you finished with the high society errands of this Grok's pen, Marzana? The forest has calmed down, but now I am starting to lose my patience. It's time we go seeking the Eldari. It is about time indeed, Marzana. Caligos gives you a friendly pat on the shoulder and summons his retinue with a gesture. It may take a while to find their trail, but Wharton here has a keen eye, and his sense of smell can rival any old dog. We'll do just fine, especially with the forest being on our side now. Let's go. Try not to fall behind. Okay, jerkwad. I am just happy to be done with dialogue, because my ability to speak is diminishing rather quickly. Oh, but no, that means I'm heading back to the... No! Okay, but the maze is on... It's on our side. I can...
One step at
calm
a
down
time,
now.
amidst the madness.
Eesh. There it goes. We standing here for a reason, or... Oh, that'd be why? We did not bring anybody good at demolition. Love that. Are they this way? What's in here? I want to melt that down. Demolition it.
The All-Father created me for carnage, not for this.
The All-Father is going to create you with whatever I want to say he created you for, alright? Alright. That was decent. We're going to save really quickly because I get a bad feeling when it auto-saves. Right out. Let's go this way. We're gonna wrap around. We're gonna do a little wrap around.
Oh, what lies beyond?
Oh. Sup, Xenos? I was kind of not wanting to engage in y'all right now, but I do what I can. I do what I can. A stately Eldari warrior steps forward, calmly looking at the intruders. His armor is caked with... What? Oh my god, I cannot read. His armor and its adornments gleam in the sun, despite the traces of dried mud and caked-on blood. The Farseers instructed me to send you away, Monkey. The smooth voice of the Xenos sounds out of place in the rough wilderness of Quinzenta Tamir. However, I recently stopped meekly heeding their counsel. And besides, my sister is among you. I am curious to hear the outcast's tidings. How are you here? I have to... Okay. For those of you unaware, before I started the stream, I just got out of... before I started last stream, rather, I had just finished the third act, in which I am trapped within... basically hell, the spires of the Drakari. This is a Harlequin, and he helped me escape, and now he's here, which is interesting. At least I think it's the same guy. It's the same guy. Vain rhetoric, a masterful display. Your temple, bother mine, you ought to quell. Bravo has no place within this play. Indeed, the merchant proved this all too well. This actor excellent, who did all right upon the stage. Now will this piece complete by choosing a final something. Who shall survive, and whom their doom shall meet. The Nocturne of Oblivion's mournful mask avidly tracks your face. It's difficult to say with certainty, however, you have the opinion that the Nocturne of Oblivion's disposition towards you is better than that of his kin. Booyah! Eat grox, other Eldari. This guy who's weird and creepy and kind of speaks weirdly likes me better. Ka-chow. Continue. I do not know about you, Marzana, but these Xenos bastards are giving me the creeps. Calico shifts his excited gaze from the Eldari warriors to the solitaire in black. This one, in the motley. I want to kill him now. I want to kill him. Now. Wharton the Grey bares his teeth in anticipation and clutches the hilt of his sword. Look around the Eldari camp. The Xenos have made their camp among the ruins of an ancient city of the Imperium. Only the alien growths of the Xenotech and the wreckage of the Eldari ship deserve the picture of centuries-old devastation and rebirth. Is he the darkness that you were talking about? He who speaks with gods? He's wearing black. I don't like it when I fail things. You have an 117 year left. How did you fail an awareness check? Cruel. Cruel. I say like I don't have an awareness of 30 or something. Ooh. I nearly clicked an attack option. Nocturne of Oblivion. It has certainly been a while. What are you doing here? The solitaire bows theatrically. With embers glowing cupped in my two hands, I bear them through. I can't read you. Reading you is horrible. Shush. The Harlequin's metaphor implies that he has been accompanying the surviving Eldari for a while now. And it's not clear to you what Earth he is talking about, but perhaps he has managed to find them a new home. You invaded this world. I would like to know why. Playing with your prey like a cat. Fine, new blood. You are still young. Just remember that patience is not my strong suit. I don't know. Look at your picture. That just screams extremely patient and other lies to me. The Eldari watches Calados closely. After everything the Elentach has done for my people, I'm willing to answer her questions. But you had better not make any sudden moves, Monkey. What things have I done for your people? I spared them on one planet, I guess. Okay, when I did spare a couple of y'all. Never mind. I'll wait, I spared y'all and y'all go and okay. Y'all are rude. The warrior, it wasn't my planet that y'all invaded, actually. You know what? I'm kind of chill with this. Invade my competition. The warrior looks at you tiredly. We did not attack this world, Elentach. The last of the Crudarch's children assembled once more to sour the Master of Flesh, Tervanus, from the memory of the universe. The homunculus who abducted and tortured the Farseers from our craft world. We learned that he is hiding on this world, but something prevents our Farseers from discovering his lair, and so we were forced to act decisively. The Master of Flesh from Komarach. He is here. Yurlet ignores the veiled confession and inhales hungrily, doing her best to remain calm. We must destroy him. The guy who I opened a portal to hell to kill ended up surviving. The fact that I opened up a portal from hell meant nothing to him. I guess he was in a force field, but still. Isn't he the one with the larva? I don't like that guy. This is what we're here for, outcast. Stretch out your hand, grasp the spear of vengeance together with us, and plunge into the dark heart of the Architect of Torment. What are you talking about? I killed the homunculus in Komarach with my own hands! You call purging an entire world a decisive action. That is an extremely decisive action. I'm not going to question that. And what if I were to say it was my predecessor who is to blame for the... I would not say that. I don't feel like that's a good thing in order to get them on our side. I killed him! No, I didn't. I killed him! You believed a flesh sculptor was so easily disposed of? The minds of Monkey are dull and undiscerning indeed. You call purging an entire world a decisive action. Our Farseers, the ones we managed to save, could not name the exact location of the Master of Flesh, even after our ships circled the world for a third time. Something prevented them from seeing the truth. Something powerful. We knew your patrols would soon discover our presence, and so we decided to do something else. To exterminate the homunculus along with the world he had chosen as his refuge. The Eldari shrugs vaguely. The Monkey are flooding the galaxy at a speed of a meteor shower, and this world will repopulate, eventually. Is a single world not eliminating a powerful enemy who threatens hundreds of such worlds, both yours and those of my kin. How about we wring the necks of the puny vermin? At Vader. Wonderscale meaningfully raises an eyebrow. And you still deem him worthy of conversation? Okay. Heretical's always funny. Address your let, address the elder. Okay, okay. Your let, how are you doing? Okay. I really wish that I could go back and just see all the dialogue options, but I'm addressing your let. Do you still think your kin are worth saving? Your kin had a valid reason to attack this world. I see no issue with sacrificing the lowborn if it helps a good Why don't we just go and kill him? Okay. You still think they're worth saving? I never doubted it, Elentach. To you, the deeds of my kin might appear cruel or even criminal. But spending enough time with the Monkey granted me a clarity of vision. Sometimes you treat your own kind, and even worse, in pursuit of baser goals or personal gain. Fair. The homunculus is both a threat to our species, Elentach. You know well what his dark heart and perverted mind are capable of. Tervantis must be destroyed, and my kin have taken on the role of vengeful blade. Alright. The warrior stands motionless, only occasionally casting a worried glance at the solitaire. Tell me about the homunculus. Where is he? You lost your world and are now depriving others there out of vengeance? Why do you think you are any different? Lay down your weapons and I promise to judge you fairly. I presume there is no avoiding the confrontation. Observe the camp. Tense silence pervades the ruins. The stillness is disturbed only by the wind rustling through the centuries-old canopy. Okay. Tell me about the homunculus. Where is he? I will not say a word until you let my kin depart from this world. What? I thought you wanted to kill him! Are you telling me? Okay. Are you telling me? You're like, okay, we're gonna go and we're gonna find the homunculus. You go and you find the planet. You can't figure out where he is on the planet. You're like, if we don't do this now, humans are going to come and invade, so we've got to invade the planet first and kill all the humans on the planet so we can kill the homunculi until some other human land starts asking you like 5 questions and now you're going to buzz off? Dummy. The warrior squares his shoulders, but whether out of fatigue or to make his words more impactful, it is hard to say. Why do you think you're different? How dare you compare a dragon to a lizard? Starlight to the dim glow of a guttering candle. There's fury in the Eldari's eyes, as well as doubt. Make no mistake about your inferior species. A single child of a Saurian is worth thousands of your kind. There is no trace of the bored Caligos from a few moments ago. The rogue trader is now closely studying the potential battlefield, his enemies, and the heads he intends to claim as trophies. Righto. Interesting. Press the Eldari. Lay down your weapons, and I promise to judge you fairly. Ah, dang it. Oh, god dang mean to press that. Oh, okay. This is why I dislike games where I am forced to pick things. Why must games make me pick things? Other than the fact that I want to. I feel like I should just be allowed to pick things that don't exist. Whatever that means. Alright. Let's just do this real quickly. Hello, Gums!
I am the rogue.
Can you get in place? Criminy. Alright. Ooh, despite their effective ease, most of the Xenos are pushing themselves to their limit. They are exhausted, nervous, and frightened. Even if they did hide it well, this might have eluded your companions, but not you. What are you doing here? You invaded this world? What are you talking about? Purging. You're let. Kenworth saving. Aldari. Homunculus. You lost your world. Observe the camp. Caligus. Caligus! You can't kill him! What? Why? Taken aback by your statement, Winterscale lowers his power axe for a moment. The last 50 seconds never happened. Unless I lose these checks. In which case, I may... I have to load over. Look at yourself, Caligus. You're becoming a monster whose only desire is to kill. Stop tugging at my conscience, Marzana. You sound vile, like the Indentia from my nightmares come to life to ruin the mood. Caligus grimaces in frustration. Your words seem to not have angered him, but upset him. Ah. You no longer see a profit. I feel like this should have changed the things, but okay. I have a 50% chance. Well, 55. No, it's a dice flip. A dice flip. Can I save the middle of... I can't. Okay. Well, I might have another horrible crash that keeps me from, progressing if I fail. You and the Xenos can help each other? Yes! Boom! There has been less good hunting to be had in the Expanse since your arrival, New Blood. If the Xenos can hold useful information about distant stars, that is a reason to consider your offer. Throne take you, and all the misfortunes in the galaxy along with you. Winterscale gives you a clap on the shoulder. The expression on his face is mysterious and almost sad. I must confess that all this dismal talk has given me a migraine, and my old wounds ache. So, you want to save these Xenos? Suit yourself. By my grace, I entrust you with the lives of the enemies of humanity. Have fun. What? I'm getting left here? Why am I getting left? Caligus, this is your world. We shall be heading back now. What kind of hunting is it when the prey does not even struggle in your grasp? I'm disappointed. Caligus flashes a provoking grin. And don't you think I'm going to forget about your words and promises, Marzana? We shall revisit that later. Hey, I promise you nothing. You owe me stuff. Aldari. Oh. Yolette brushes a strand of fiery hair from her forehead and nods appreciatively. I know how difficult it is to go against the will of your kin, and yet I cannot hide my joy that we both lived through this moment and emerged with a tale to tell. Yeah, I can tell a tale about Caligus Winterscale being a loser. After all the suffering that the Mon-K have inflicted upon the children of the Courier, after all the punishment we have inflicted upon this world, my heart remains troubled, knowing that we have only tempered our grudges for a time, and have parted without bloodshed today. However, I dare not complain. For my kin, the hour of triumph has arrived at last. Once the Master of Flesh is no more, we can go to the edge of this stellar expanse, away from the gaze of the Monkey, and peacefully await the arrival of our kin from distant stars. What are you talking about, Shirakai? Yurlet stares intently into the eyes of the Eldari warrior, but his gaze remains steady and calm. What kin from distant stars? She's gonna be silent for once in her life. Outcast Yurlet, I have some good news for you. Our Farseers managed to contact the children of Craft World Alatok, and soon your fellow outcast will visit the part of the galaxy that the Monkey call the Expanse. They will take us away, give us a new home, and... Sharon K. pauses, his gaze on you, wondering if he should continue. Is that what an adherent of the path of the warrior wishes to tell me? Were these words meant to comfort my heart? Yurlet's words ring with contempt and desperation. O Assyrian, your children once again seek to appease their pride by sending their kin to Monkey worlds, there to find nothing but blood and death. The Farseer's mistake doomed the Krutiarch Sharenkai, and their excessive cruelty and thirst for vengeance almost doomed those of us who managed to survive against all odds in the void between foreign stars. You know it just as well as I do, but you continue to do their bidding. Oh, Sharenkai, you could take us to the Webway Gate and go away from the dangers and tribulations of the Expanse, but you have chosen to stay here instead. You are dying. You are feuding with the Monkey. Have the children of Asarian spilt enough blood? Is it not enough that we have lost our home? Why do you wish to expose even more of your kin to mortal peril? Ooh! Sharenkai's iron will falters under Yurlet's relentless pressure. It is too late to change anything. The deed is done. Their will is carried out. The outcasts from Adiark will come to the local stars, and we will leave with them, sister. I did not sign up for another war against the Xenos in the Expanse. Call off your kin. Are you saying there is another Aldari craft world heading for the Expanse? Yurlet, are you going to leave me and escape with the rest of the outcast? Yurlet! Your kin's plan is insane. Convince them to relent before it is too late. Very well. More Xenos in the Expanse, the merrier. It was naive of me to hope that your intentions were free of trickery. Are you saying there's another Aldari craft world heading for the Expanse? May Asarian save us from this woe. Sharenkai folds his arms on his chest in a graceful gesture, but the horror is obvious on his face. No, I will not allow another world to perish at the hands of the Monkey, even if this means forsaking my soul. And I am not going to reveal all the secrets of my kind to you, Elentach. You have helped us in our hour of need, but I trusted you at the outcast's behest. But I will say this, the warriors of Aotok are coming here, to your stars. This is an unalterable truth. I did not sign up for another war. Our Farseers paid an unsurmountable price to contact a craft world located billions of stars away from here. Many of them perished to give the rest of us a chance to be rescued. I will not jeopardize the lives of those who still remain. Convince him. It will take the warriors of Aotok many years to discover the Webway Gate capable of bringing their strike force to the Expanse. Perhaps you will be too old by then, and only on your deathbed will you hear the news. The children of Asarian have come to extract their vengeance. For some reason, your words bring a faint smile to Yurlet's lips. Worry not, Elentach. It is my turn to rescue you and your people. Rescue me? How? Like a forgotten shadow, the solitaire steps into the light and leans forward with interest. a spectator watching the culmination of exciting performance. During my exile, I met many companions who temporarily joined me on my endless travels. Violette closes her eyes. One such companion was a fellow outcast who had already completed many paths. It was he who told me about the ritual of unity, a great opportunity for one spirit to reach out and touch the infinity circuit of the craft world known to the Farseers who perform it. Sharon Kai said that the Crudarch Farseers have already contacted Antok. This means that I can too. Did the darkness of space drive you mad during your exile, sister? Sharon Kai recoils from Yurlet, as if from a scorching flame. Even those who walk the path of the seer balk at joining souls with the ancestors inside the circuit. They are wise, and know that the ritual is perilous to the spirit. Your chances of success are simply non-existent. You will die without achieving anything, and even if you did not die immediately, ask yourself honestly, why should the ancestors listen to a simple outcast? It's as you said, Antok is a world of my fellow outcast. They would not wish harm upon me, which gives wings to my hope. Look at me in the eye, Sharon Kai. Do you wish to end the suffering of our kin? I can see the answer in your heart. You must accept it, and help me. Through Yurlet's words, though Yurlet's words are addressed to her kinsman, she is watching your reaction closely. Let your kin decide their own fate. You do not owe them anything. The Expanse has been through hard times of late. We do not need the trouble with the Eldari now or in the future. Why are you so certain the Eldari are going to attack our worlds? I would if I were them, so... I believe in Yurlet. Let's go, Yurlet. Unless the warrior of Antok arrive in this part of the galaxy, the sons and daughters of the Crudarch will perish among the worlds of the Monkey. Is that the fate you wish for us? We will have to find another way. I understand that it is not easy for those who have lived all their lives sheltered within a craft world to accept that sometimes life leads us down different paths. But the path that you and the Farseers have chosen only leads to more pain. Yurlet, I object to this ritual if it means your life will be at stake. This is your life, and your people, Yurlet. I will stand by your side, no matter what path you choose. And I do appreciate it, Elentah. Yurlet nods and underscores her words with a familiar gesture of gratitude. I've done all that I can, Sharon Kai. You know what you must do. The Solitaire does not intervene, but shifts his gaze to Sharon Kai, as if expecting to hear the last line of a play before the curtain falls. May Asarian forgive his children. Sharon Kai sighs and gestures to a few of his warriors. Fetch the Farseers. Tell them the outcast wishes to perform the ritual. We will wait for them. Here. What is happening? What is happening? Yurlet is on her knees, clinging to this. I really wish I could save. Can I shout that out here? Okay. Yurlet is on her knees, clinging to the Spirit Stone like a lifeline with both hands. Her eyes are dim, her breath is uneven, and her body is trembling. The rite has definitely gone awry. Let's wait and observe. Yurlet's body is trembling with pain, but her face is inscrutable, her thin lips whispering something in the Eldari language, her hands relentlessly forming ornate gestures. What is happening? The rite of bonding is dangerous, and the outcast knew the price. I do not know what she sees, hears, and feels, but there is one truth. The outcast soul is impure, and the Aesok ancestors have noticed this. Most likely, the outcast will go through the rite of rebirth or perish. Okay, so in my eyes, it looks like it is Let Your Let who has betrayed me and left me to get tortured by the Drukhari, die, or rush in and save her. And maybe possibly kill her. God damn it, I'll do it. Righto. Why, Earlet, do you have to make me do these things? Why are you kind of funny in a roundabout sort of way, and do I like you so much? Uh-oh. I didn't like you too much the first time I played. I'm gonna save, is what I'm gonna do, because holy moly, that was way too much reading for me. Well, it wasn't the reading so much, it was the roundabout way of explaining things. Hello, Earlet. I like to enjoy the process, cousins. Pain and suffering is the nectar that will save your soul, not paltry bumbles. I stumbled, almost lost myself. I do not want to bring pain any longer to myself or others. Memory is always stronger than the memory of a gain, especially when you lose something as significant as a home or an entire world. I've paid the price in full. I have lost myself, and even in... Oh. Hello, Earlet.
Patience?
Feel...
My nerves are frayed.
Oh my god, I do not feel oblivion before, knowing that my soul would one day become part of the infinity circuit of the Crudark and join my ancestors, but now I am shamefully afraid in every battle I have to face. I knew the Monkey would not have believed me if I had told them the treachery of their loyal watcher of outsiders. They would have ended my path, my life, and the children of the Crudark would never have learned the truth. But would the of Elentok have believed me? Who are you shooting at? Price. In full, I have lost myself and even my meditation. Neither my soul nor my body will know rest. O Assyrian. Ah! Uh-oh. Stop, Elentok. This is the very heart of my world, too fragile for you to touch. You cannot come here. You should not even be here. It's so beautiful and quiet here. A stark contrast to my own world. So, do all Aldari souls look like this? You're calling my name, Earlet. I thought you needed my help. Oh, Elentok, what have I done? Earlet shakes her head in regret. I am still connected to the souls of my ancestors. It is dangerous for you to be here. Leave. Why give me the choice? Shut up, Earlet. I'm helping you right now. We should not compare our worlds, Elentok. Mine is a blossoming garden that I have tended and cherished for years. Yours is still young and ungraceful, as it should be. Yeah, my world was better, because my world had, bubble bath in it. Do all Eldari souls look like this? An inner world is just a reflection of how we see our soul. Everyone shapes it differently. Each one is unique, and mine had a bubble bath. But I don't know how to get out of here. I don't even know how I got here. Earlet anxiously looks around, and the shadow of doubt starts to weave their way into the corners of her beautiful world. Do not worry, Marzana. I will protect you, whatever happens. Protect me? From what? My ancestors beheld the wounds inflicted on my soul during the search for the Crudark and the Drukhari's torture. The wounds that did not heal for many weeks while I was unable to meditate and immerse myself in my world. They're somewhere here now, healing, patching, and mending. You, Marzana, they also think you are one of the wounds bleeding inside my soul. Earlet looks at you with a gloomy, guilty look. Let's try and do it as we have done before. Try and pull you out of my world with meditate. You feel a strange, prickling sensation, starting from the tips of your ears all the way down to your toes. A wave of warmth and calm crushes over you. giant and inescapable, and with it you sense someone watching you, as if thousands of eyes are trained upon you at the same time. You do not belong here. You should not be here. Okay. Are you saying I did a stupid thing by coming in here? Because that seems ridiculous. Kimmeroch, they're here. Run away now, Marzana. Why you run at me? Uh-oh. Well, I still think I did what was right, even if it might have screwed some stuff up. I still feel like I did some good here. I did some good. Maybe not. I might not have, actually. Where is everybody? Where's Yurlet? Did I kill Yurlet? Oh, no, there she is. The foreign world spits you out like waste, your head spinning, your entire body aches, and every muscle burns with the strain. It feels as if the thousands of gaze that were following you in Yurlet's world continue to watch you, evaluate, judge you. The Krudark Aldari, shocked by your sudden return from the depths of another world, approach slowly, observing you and Yurlet, who is just awoken. Marzana, are you all right? Yurlet kneels over you, peering into your eyes with a worried expression. Yes, I see you're unharmed. Yurlet, your spirit stone. Uh-oh. Did I break her spirit stone? Why are you standing there gawping? Fix it! If we wanted to, Monkey, it is impossible to recreate a spirit stone so easily. But I will not let you into the secrets of my kin. You are also at fault. What happened? I don't know. Now that Yurlet's soul is left without protection, the insatiable gaze of the... Why are you saying that, Yurlet? Will forever be trained upon her. If the outcast dies, her soul will never be able to join her ancestors in the Infinity Circuit. Slanesh will devour it in that very moment. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I might have killed Yurlet. Sorry. I really don't think Yurlet is the one who's talking right now. I'm just going to throw that out there. I am tired of the Farseer's blindness, and my kin's hatred, Sharon Kai. Of all the choices our people led only to suffering, and the loss of our loved ones, I no longer wish to be an accomplice to another's hatred, and paid for the mistakes of those who are supposed to guide us toward the light, but led us into oblivion. I convinced my kin to divert the river of their anger. The rapes of the outcasts will arrive in the expanse, unseen and unheard, and not for the sake of war. They will find and take those who remain, the last sons and daughters of Krudark, and then they will depart the Monkey stars without a trace, forever. The angry Farseers try to object, but Sharon Kai gently interrupts. Your brothers and sisters would not dare ask you for more, Yurlet. I understand your choice, even if my spirit cannot fully accept it. Do you still hope to find the homunculus? The Farseers could not divine where the Master of Flesh makes his lair, for an unknown force is hiding him from the penetrating gaze of the Wise Ones. The children of Asari have never encountered anything like this before. Having circled the world several times and failed in our search, we ventured to unleash our pent-up fury on the planet in hopes we would be graced with a fortunate accident. Alas, the Master of Flesh remained unchanged. The Farseers could feel the beating of his black heart, but were powerless to do anything. That was when our rangers began to deduce the coordinates of his lair based on the readings of the wise ones of the lands untouched by the fired weapons. And they could have succeeded had the Monkey not attacked our fleet. The Eldari's device thrums with a holographic projection of the world, with several marked coordinates appears in his palm. I will share the information I have gathered for hope that even a Master of Flesh will not be able to elude 2 pursuers at once. Stern Kai signals his warriors, and they start to gather. Our ways part here, outcast. Avoiding your lets the best they can, the Eldari scatter across the meadow and disappear into the shadows of the forest. She watches them leave, her fist clenched so hard that her knuckles turn white. So entered the path of the outcast. Nothing is over yet. We'll stay by your side until you find a new spirit stone. Forget about the arrogant Draukar Eldari. I will grant you food and shelter, anything you could ever wish for. Be my sanctioned pet. No, it's rude. Oh! That'd be dope. I'll help you find a new spirit stone. If only it were that easy, Elentach. One must know how to bond an empty spirit stone with a soul, intertwine it with one's inner world, and be able to contain it. Only the Farseer castes are capable of such a feat. But now that my kin have turned their backs on me, not for the first time. Let's go, Elentach. Let's leave this graveyard of doubts, unfulfilled hopes, and newfound fears together. I feel like that is a great place to end, mostly because I cannot talk any longer. All of this dialogue is kind of killing me right now. Oh, thank God. I scrolled down and thought that I saw that my microphone was off, and I was about to think that I had done this entire stream without saying a single word, which would have been kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. But, yeah. We are going to end it here. Thank you so much for joining me.